Today we're talking about summer albums, those records that go great with the hot weather, plus opening the mail. All that and more coming up on Friday Night Vinyl. Hi, my name is Frank. It's Friday. That means it's time to kick back, relax, and talk music. Happy belated Canada Day to my Canadian viewers. Canada Day, July 1st, is a celebration of Confederation in this country. We had a great relaxing weekend. I hope you guys did as well. Also, a belated 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to my many American viewers. I hope you guys had a great holiday as well. These holidays come as summer is kicking off, so I thought this would be a good time to talk about some good summer tunes, some good summer listening, and some of my favorite albums to listen to at this time of year. I'm also coming up and open the mail. I hope you check out that segment as well. Summer albums, I pulled a handful of these, and just there's certain songs, certain albums, and certain music that I associate with certain times of year. There are winter albums, there are Christmas albums, there are fall albums, and of course there are summer albums. There are some traits and characteristics, I think, that, for me anyway, that most summer albums have. They tend to be upbeat. They tend to have big hooks and choruses and loud guitars and loud drums and that sort of stuff, and a real celebration of this time of year. I mean, at least where I live, we spend so much of the year indoors, or I spend it here in the music room, that I actually have not been listening to a ton of records lately. I mean, summer is short, so I have to spend most of these months outside or tinkering in the garage or that sort of stuff. Where actually I do listen to a lot of music. I stream music, I listen to tapes, but vinyl, most of that listening is done inside, so unfortunately I have not been listening to a ton of records. But here's a handful of albums that are available on all formats that I really associate with the summer season. First up, released in 1991, is Skid Row's second album, Slave to the Grind. This album came out just as I was graduating high school in that summer of 91. I listened to it non-stop, so as a result, I strongly associate it sort of with this time of the year, and to this day I still think it's a killer album. Hang Tough! Another great record. This is the second one from Tesla, the Great Radio Controversy. I mean, it's got fantastic songs on here like Hang Tough, Lady Luck, Heaven's Trail, which was the first single, and of course the big ballad love song. But this album ticks off all the boxes for a great summer record, and if you haven't heard it, I strongly recommend that you give it a listen. These guys are actually touring Canada this summer. I'm looking forward to seeing them here in a couple of weeks. Next up, let's call this album What It Is. It's the debut from Van Hagar. Yes, the first album Sammy did with the Van Halen crew, released in 1986. Again, upbeat, big choruses, big guitars, and of course it doesn't hurt matters that there's a song on here called Summer Nights, which is about hot summer nights, but all sorts of other great tracks on here that make for a perfect July-August soundtrack, including Good Enough, Get Up, Best of Both Worlds. Really a fantastic listen from beginning to end. Say what you will about Van Hagar and Sammy Hagar, but this is a great album. Finally, I limited my summer picks to just 4 albums here. It's Def Leppard's 1983 mega release, Pyromania. I'll tell you a little story about this one. It's the summer of 2000, and I saw Def Leppard perform at a summer festival here in Manitoba. It was a long, hot day. I was there with my friend who had been sweating. I'm sure we had too much sun and probably too much to drink, and Def Leppard was the last band of the night. And just as it was cooling down, and just as the sun was going down, they broke into that riff for Too Late for Love, and that's a memory I'm not soon going to forget. It was just the perfect image for that song and that riff in particular, and ever since, this has been one of my top summer albums. As I said, short and sweet list of top albums, just 4 there. I could go on, and there are plenty more examples, but I would like to hear from you and hear what some of your favorite summer albums are in the comments below. But before you do that, I hope you watch this next segment where I open the mail.
Channel 33 RPM.
I received this package from the fine folks at La La Land Records, and I got it about a week ago, and it took everything in me to not open it up until today because I wanted to open it on camera. Unfortunately, I just shot this segment probably 20 minutes ago, and when I went to plug the camera into the computer, I realized that there was no audio. I forgot to put the external mic on, so bad on me. So this is not going to be a surprise for me anymore, but it will be a surprise for you as I open it. If you're not familiar with La La Land Records, I will leave a link below this video. They're based out of California, and they reissue the soundtracks, the scores to soundtracks. And I opened up a package from them a month or two back, and in that package had the soundtrack to E.T., the reissue for that, as well as Saving Private Ryan. These guys do such a bang-up job on their releases. It's so much attention to detail. There's usually some extras in there, and the pressings are great. The artwork is great. Just a whole package. So I'll leave a link below. I highly recommend you check out La La Land Records if you are into soundtracks. They release them on vinyl and on CD. So without further ado, let's reopen this package. As I said, I had that issue, so I do know what this is, but you're seeing it for the first time. It is the original motion picture soundtrack to Schindler's List. Schindler's List won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Original Score. It tells the incredible true story of Oskar Schindler, who saved the lives of more than 1,100 Jews during the Holocaust. This album is a 25th anniversary soundtrack. It was composed by legendary composer John Williams, who of course did the themes and soundtracks to Jaws, E.T., Jurassic Park, and tons more. And the soundtrack, it's a double LP set, and the artwork and the packaging here, it's just fantastic. You can take a close look at that, and there's the back right there. I have not seen this movie for a long time. It's probably due for another viewing here in our household. Again, inside, fantastic artwork. This is on black wax, my favorite, 2 LP set. And it comes with a booklet with some information about the soundtrack and some photos as well. You open it up and there's more inside, and there is the back as well. Again, just a fantastic package from the folks at La La Land Records, and I look forward to giving this one a spin. There we go, 33ers. That is this week's episode of Friday Night Vinyl. Again, feel free to weigh in the comments below to talk about some of your favorite albums, or what the heck, we can talk about soundtracks as well. What are some of your favorite soundtracks as well? Please do check out La La Land Records. I will leave a link below this video. I'll be back with a new episode on Sunday. It's an episode of AMA featuring the one and only Mrs. Channel 33 RPM, my wonderful co-host. Until then, dear 33ers, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Keep on spinning.